In the last two videos we have seen Zitkalasa's miserable plight, the way her long hair was cut, which was against their cultural practice, and she could not do anything. The only thing she could do was, when she grew up, she became 24 years of age, she started writing, criticizing those evil practices. That's of course a good part of the thing. And now we'll see the story written by Bama. Her story is called We Too Are Human Beings. From the very title it appears that something inhuman is done, and she is claiming that since we are also human beings, we should get justice, we should be treated like human beings. We Too Are Human Beings, written by Bama. Bama's full name is Bama Faustina Susairaj. Long name. Bama Faustina Susairaj is her full name, and she was born in 1958 in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. She is a novelist and she is also a teacher, and she is a social activist. So, Bama Faustina Susairaj and her autobiographical book Karukku. From Karukku, this We Too Are Human Beings is taken. What is her problem? She, her religious identity is that she is a Roman Catholic, and in India there is another disease, a very old and dangerous disease, caste system. She became a victim of caste system, and she will tell us her story, not only her own story, it is the story of their whole community, and what way she employed in order to be above these indignities, above these social evils. Let us see them. Let us start the story. We Too Are Human Beings by Bama. When I was studying in the third class, I hadn't yet heard people speak openly of untouchability. But I had already seen, felt, experienced, and been humiliated by what it was. So, when she was in class 3, till that time she had not heard anyone openly speaking about untouchability, that we are the upper caste, they are the lower caste, they are untouchable. In your lesson by Louis Fischer in Indigo, you have found even Gandhi, when he visited Rajendra Prasad's home in Patna, he was not allowed by the servants at Rajendra Prasad's home to draw water from the well, because they considered Gandhi an untouchable, and then they thought that if he draws water from the well, the whole water will become polluted. And this is the fate in some people. This is the fate in some people's mind. They think that we are the upper caste and they are the lower caste. Quite interestingly, when you were born, before taking birth, did you have any chance to apply for to give your choice that I would want to become the son or daughter of such and such a man? When you take admission in a college, it is your choice. Which college you will choose? If you want to take admission in a college, it is your choice. Your stream is your choice. What kind of cloth you will wear, it is your choice. What kind of food you will have, it is your choice. But before we were born, did we get any choice to opt who should our parents be? No. There is saying in English, we get friends by choice and parents by chance. It is all chance, it is all destiny, it is all written by God only. So what is the goodness, what is this pride in being the son or daughter of a particular parent? It is not your choice, it is God's choice. So who are you to be proud of it, and who are you to underestimate other people because they are born into some ordinary family? Because their birth was not their choice, in the same way as your birth to a so-called upper caste family was also not your choice. This is not a matter to be proud of. This is not a matter to make you arrogant. But this is a very miserable sickness in our country. So Bama is saying that when she was in class 3, till that time she did not hear anyone openly saying anything about untouchability. But although no one openly spoke, she said that I had seen this, that untouchability is there in practice. I felt it, I even experienced it, and even I have been humiliated also by this evil practice. Now she is telling a story. I was walking home from school one day, an old bag hanging from my shoulder. It was actually possible to walk the distance in 10 minutes, but usually it would take me 30 minutes at the very least to reach home. It would take me from half an hour to an hour to dawdle along, watching all the fun and games that were going on, all the entertaining novelties and oddities in the streets, the shops and the bazaar. So she is saying that one day it happened that she was coming from home to school, and the distance from her home to her school was not that much. It is a distance of only 10 minutes if you walk. But instead of 10 minutes, she would usually take 30 minutes. And sometimes it would take an hour also. Why? Because she would dawdle D-A-W-D-L-E. Dawdle means to walk very casually, as if you don't have any destination to go. You were just walking aimlessly. Why did she do it? While only 10 minutes was required, and she took half an hour at the least. Sometimes even 1 hour she took from her school to home. Why? Because as a small child, you know, a small child would at everything on the street would attract her. So whatever was on the way, she said people were playing games, or there were novelties. Novelties means any new things, or oddities, or things. Many things were there, and as a small child, most of the things were new to her. Most of the things were strange to her. She would look at them, and then in this way, she would take a long time in reaching home. What were the things that she saw on the way? There will be some 2 or 3 paragraphs on this. 4 paragraphs are there. All those 4 paragraphs will give a description of what things she witnessed on the way. This description has nothing to do with the main story. The main story will start a bit later, but you will find a long description of the things that she witnessed on the way. See what are the things that she saw. The performing monkey. There were people who would bring a monkey and they will make the monkey dance or play some games, and showing such games, they will then sell their medicine or any other product to the people. They will earn money. This is the thing that usually happens in towns, in bazaars. The performing monkey, the snake which the snake charmer kept in its box and displayed from time to time. Sometimes snake charmer, he will have snakes and the snake is within the box, and he will take out the snake and he will keep the snake around his neck, and then he will show different types of games. Then the cyclist who had not got off his bike for 3 days and who kept pedaling as hard as he could from break of day, the rupee notes that were pinned on to his shirt to spur him on. Another scene was the cyclist. You might have seen Maut Ka Kuan, where inside this, it is something that looks like a well, and inside it a man is riding his bike, and people went there. They had to get ticket for it. And even to encourage the man, some people would even give the currency notes. They will pin it on his shirt. And the man will be riding and riding and riding since morning, all the day. This is something really very exciting. These were the things that would stop her from moving. And then the spinning wheels, the Marietta temple, the huge bell hanging there, the Pongal offerings being cooked in front of the temple. Pongal is a festival in South India, like Bihu in Assam. The Pongal offerings means the offerings, the prasada that was given at the end of the Pongal festival in front of the temple. It was prepared. The dried fish stall by the statue of Gandhi. Gandhi's statue is there, and beside the Gandhi statue there is a dried fish shop. The sweet hall, the sweet stall. Sweet stall means the stall that sell sweet meat, mithai. The stall selling fried snacks, and all the other shops next to each other. The street light always demonstrating how it could change from blue to violet. The Narikuraban hunter gypsy with his wild lemur in its cage, selling needles, clay beads and instruments for cleaning out the ears. Many things were there. Those small rolls that you use for cleaning your ear, or any other small or big things that were sold in the market on the footpath. Oh, I could go on and on. Many things are there. I could see all these things. Each thing would pull me to a standstill. Standstill means each thing will make me stop my movement. I could not actually move. I could not move my foot. I could not walk because everything attracted me from one thing to another, one thing after another. Wherever I would go, I would see new things and I would stop moving. And they would pull me to a standstill and not allow me to go any further. At times, people from various political parties would arrive, put up a stage and harangue us through their mics. Sometimes during elections, political leaders will come, they will have their rallies or campaigning. They will use microphone and they will harangue us. Harangue means they will irritate us with their huge microphone sound. Then there might be a street play or a puppet show or a no magic, no miracle stunt performance. Different types of magics, etc. will also be there. All these would happen from time to time, but almost certainly there would be some entertainment or the other going on. Different seasons had different kind of activities, different kind of products for sale. But every day, in every season, there will be one thing or the other that would attract an innocent, a small child like Bama. Even otherwise, there were the coffee clubs in the bazaar, the way each waiter cooled the coffee, lifting a tumbler up, high up, and pouring its contents into a tumbler held in his other hand. In a coffee shop, you can see that coffee was very hot, and to give it to the customer, before giving it to the customer, they would cool it. How to cool it? In one container, huge amount of coffee is there, and they will take a small container in the other hand, and they will just pour it to the other container, and from that one again they will pour it into the other container. This way they are doing it, changing it. In this way they are trying to cool down the coffee, and that is a scene that would make Bama really very entertaining scene it was for her. Or the way some people sat in front of the shops chopping up onion, that is very interesting. In front of some restaurant or some hotels, you would see people who are cutting onion, piyaz. They were cutting onion. Their eyes turned elsewhere. Wherever they are cutting onion, they will turn their eye this way, because otherwise what will happen? If they do not take their eye that way, then what will happen? While cutting onion, they will start shedding tears. Tears will come into their eyes, and this is a very nice word used here. People sat in front of the shops chopping up onion. Chopping means cutting. They were cutting onions, and while cutting onions, what happened? Their eyes turned elsewhere so that they would not smart. The word smart, we are very familiar. It is a very common word, smart, but it is used here in a different sense. Smart is an adjective you all know. He is a smart boy. It means his movement, his talk, everything is quite attractive. It is quite up to the mark. Smart boy. But here the word smart is used as a verb. Those people who, while they are cutting onion, they will turn their head, their eyes the other way, because otherwise, if they don't do it, what will happen? If they don't do it, then they will smart. What is the smart then? Smart means to shed tears. If they don't do it, they will start shedding tears. Tears will come in their eyes. So in order to avoid tears, they just turn around their eyes. Or the almond tree growing there and its fruits, which was occasionally blown down by the wind. See, almond, A-L. Many people pronounce it as almond. Almond. Or this L is silent, almond. One thing. And then there is this palmolive. There are many people who say palmolive. L is silent. Here L is silent. Almond. Palmolive. Like balm. L is not sounded. Balm. Come. L is silent. Balm, come, almond, palmolive. So, the God is saying, the almond tree growing there and its fruit, which was occasionally blown down by the wind, all these sides taken together will tether my legs. Tether means they will control, they will restrict my leg. They will not allow my leg to move from going home. And then according to the season, there will be mango, cucumber, sugarcane, sweet potato, palm fruits, gram, palm syrup, and palm fruit, guavas and jackfruit. Every day I would see people selling sweet and savory, fried snacks, payasam, halwa, boiled tamarind seeds, and iced lollies. Different types of food items were also sold. All these food items or other things or entertainment or many things are there which would make it impossible for the young girl to move and to go home within 10 minutes. Although it required only 10 minutes, she would take at least half an hour or even 1 hour to go home because of all these things that attracted her. And then what happened? That main story, the sad story, that because of which she said we too are human beings, that part will come in the next part of the video. Thank you very much.